Oh, what a cosy little bunker I've just made. Just couldn't believe it. I don't want to say stupidity because that sounds quite harsh, but will ultimately just rot away to nothing in the hot Thailand sun. I've bought this bamboo roof and I've bought it to finish the construction. The construction is a rather grand term for what I'm about to do. This shack that sits next to the pond. So let's get on with this job. Now I've actually bought 4 of these panels. There's 2 here. They were pretty cheap, around about 200 baht each, including delivery. The last stuff that I bought, as much as it looked pretty good, it wasn't suitable because obviously the wind just completely blew it off. Although that was a pretty intense storm, I remember. It blew a couple of trees down as well, so I can't really blame the quality of the bamboo. Oh, I can already tell this is going to be a much better job than how I did it last year. And when I've finished, I'll also do something with this. It's only pegged down here just for convenience until I got the roof on. I want to make sure that these metal ends are covered up, you see. Otherwise I could get away with just 3 pieces, but I bought 4, so I'll use 4. So much easier with 2. Well, I think that's about where I want it. Looks straight enough. For anybody who's watched this channel for a while, for more than a few months at least, you'll know that everything that I build, my DIY skills, I always strive for that rustic Robinson Crusoe type look. You know, that castaway on a desert island vibe. And I think this particular project just fits the bill nicely. I'm not going to straighten up the edges of the bamboo roof there. I like that rustic look. Luckily, I haven't got OCD with these things. I'm sure some people in the comments will have something to say, but please do. I love it. I'm quite happy with that. Now, as usual, I'm going to do half a job by connecting all this up with simply cable ties, plastic cable ties. It will ultimately just rot away to nothing in the hot Thailand sun. Actually, I'll carry on this job a little later on in the afternoon when the sun's a bit lower in the sky and it's a little bit cooler. But in the meantime, if you enjoyed the video up to now, do me a favour, hit that thumbs up button and consider even hitting the subscribe button. Absolutely free, no cost whatsoever. Just helps this channel to organically grow naturally, and do that all with just the power of one click from you. Well, this work is still ongoing. It's been quite a difficult week, if I'm honest. As anybody knows who's had building work done on a property that you're actually living in, it can be quite intrusive, and I have certainly found that. I am finding that right now. Part of the reason that this job is going on longer than first anticipated is actually because we're getting a little bit more work done than originally planned. We're getting some guttering put up, not on the actual house itself. Maybe we'll do that at some point in the future, but we're not going to get that done this week. We're getting it done on this roof extension here. And that's simply because the rain that comes off the end of this roof extension all comes down in this space here. And as you can see, it started to erode the ground away. Well, it's not started to, it's been happening since the house was built, to be honest. And as a result of that constant erosion from the rain, I mean, look, the ground is eroded underneath the wall here. That's happening all along the section of this back wall. So these pipes here will go up onto the edge of that extension of the roof, and that hopefully will be the end, certainly, of this phase of any kind of repairs that we get done. I'm sure that there are things that will pop up in the future. That's just what happens. Okay, my darling, come for a sunbathe, have a wee. Oh yeah, I know. My only complaint about this group of builders was something that I witnessed. I just couldn't believe it. I watched one of the labourers with a bin bag, and what she was doing, she was walking around the whole house and she was picking up all of the rubbish, and she filled up a black bin bag. And I was watching her because I was thinking, God, that's so good. And when I watched her do this, I thought, blimey, good on you. And I watched her carry the bin bag all the way over here, and she brought it over here, and she stood here, and she just emptied the bin bag of crap, of rubbish, right here. I mean, look, this is where we are. I couldn't believe it. I was so wound up that I sort of stormed down there to say something. And thankfully, Anna stopped me before I got to the woman, and she said she would say something instead. And in all fairness, since Anna said something to her, it hasn't happened again. But I just still can't get my head around that level of, look, I don't want to say stupidity because that sounds quite harsh, but a lack of common sense. It's something to do with culture. That's nothing to do with Thai or British or Western or Asian. It's nothing to do with that as far as I'm concerned. It's just a complete and utter lack of common sense. To walk around for 20 minutes picking up rubbish in a bin bag, and then to just walk to the end of the drive and tip it all out. I just don't understand how anybody could think that's the thing to do. So look, anybody who is about to embark on a house build, a project build within Thailand, and you are not Thai and you've come from a different country, presumably in the West somewhere like I did, just be aware of that, because it happens when your back is turned And it also happens when you're watching with a video camera. Okay, bamboo corner. I'm after a piece that's not too thick, really. Perfect. What do you think, Judy? Long enough? Eh? Of course it is. Hey, you know, don't you? You know the score. Clever girl. Well, what a cosy little bunker I've just made. Perfect to sit in the afternoon. The sun is right there above my canopy. I can sit and chill out in between my swims in this pond. Pond that so many of you in the comments still insist that I will die from swimming in, from brain-eating amoeba or something. I don't know. I could also get hit by a bus, couldn't I, crossing the road in central Manchester, so this is more fun than that.